Hi there, and thank you for tuning in to the DocLib 6.0 announcement. It is the DocLib facelift, if you will. We are retransforming the DocLib UI with some great metrics, KPIs, dashboards accessible to you right on the home screen. There's a number of functionality enhancements to the DocLib solution that we believe you will find very exciting as you serve your organization within various processes, especially within accounts payable. So we have enhanced security around our solution, including the functionality of LDAP. We've also enabled remote work and travel in a new level with our next version of the mobile application, the DocLib mobile app that you can utilize for handling various steps within your workflow and your workflow queue, managing that workflow on the go, not having to jump onto the desktop or the laptop every time you need to handle a invoice in the AP process. We've also enhanced the reporting functionality and capabilities, as well as the dashboard you see here. The report writer is definitely more intuitive. The scheduler has been enhanced. There's just some great tools with the focus of bringing the application into the modern world, if you will, giving you some great accessibility into management of your team and your AP process when logging in and looking at this solution. So today, basically what I want to show you is a couple key functions of the new DocLib solution and the new version. And I'm going to bring you through a brief click-through demo so that you can see what this might look like at your organization. So I'm going to log in, and immediately I'm brought to this beautiful home screen. One of the key metrics that we have found customers really interested in is the no-touch workflow metric. Basically, that is how many invoices are processed without any human intervention at all. So obviously in a demo database, I don't necessarily have many no-touch workflows, but this is definitely a key metric that's important for our customers. We also have just some activity metrics here. Some users are looking to utilize this to keep track of invoices that have been out there for too long, workflows that have just been taken too long to be handled. Here we have our average hours that a workflow has been open, so you can better manage the process, better manage the team, and get insight and visibility quickly and efficiently into your AP process. Looking at what distribution you're looking at for PO-based or no PO-based invoices. So what I want to show is a couple key functions that users interact with in DocLib so you can see what that looks like here in the new version. So in our workflows, we have our workflow queue, which you're likely familiar with, and I have a couple workflows here queued up in order to handle, one of which is a discrepancy in the three-way match. So here we have, as you know, an invoice comes in, it's routed for processing, we're pulling in the receiver as well as the PO information, all the header information on this particular invoice. And here we've got a $105 unit price, and on the receiver and hence PO, we have a $100 unit price. So we need to modify this discrepancy, price discrepancy. We're also going to route this for approval. And then to route it for approval, we're going to click on this little mail yellow icon in the bottom right here. That's going to bring us all the way through. Please review and approve this $5 discrepancy. And then this will move it along for approval from our buyer or department head, whomever. So that would be how you would handle a three-way match and a discrepancy in a pretty simple case. Now for approvals, you can click in to an approval workflow, see what this user stated in their comments, see the invoice, all of the information on this invoice, as well as the receiver and PO data, the freight information, and we can make our decision. We click approve, then we click submit. So this would be an approver coming through to review a discrepancy in a invoice to be processed. Submit that off for creation of a transaction. Now, finally, the last thing is taking a look at the documents that are saved in the database. So in this case, I'm going to take a look at a PO 452565. I'm going to search for this PO in DocLib, and I have all of the documents associated with that particular PO, as well as the document type for that PO. I'm going to click in, and I can see this purchase order, the actual document, as well as all the keywords associated with that document and the location. If there was a workflow for, say, an invoice, we could see that workflow detail here. Now, if I were to take a look at an invoice that was processed, here's that invoice that was processed, all the keywords that are associated with that invoice, as well as the workflow itself. So here we have the status update on that workflow. What's really important, what I wanted to show you though here, is the history. So you may be familiar with this screen, but this is basically split up into two parts. One on the right side gives you a lot of detail around the invoice and what's happened to that invoice. And then on the left, you have kind of your morning coffee view, I call it. And you can see exactly what's happened to that invoice when, and all of the detail around that invoice, as well as the document itself here, which would be this invoice that was processed. So again, we took a look at the dashboard and the new functionality that you have in tracking KPIs and metrics within the DocLib dashboard to enable your managers and your team to keep track of the AP process in real time very quickly. We looked at processing a PO-based invoice for a three-way match discrepancy, approval of that invoice, and then a variety of ways to look up documents within the database via the search, and also taking a look at the workflow statuses and what's happened to that invoice when. So I appreciate your interest in our solution and this new version. We're very, very excited to be releasing this to our customers. It's been something that's been in the works for many years, and we are very excited for you to be utilizing this new functionality and configuring your dashboards and your workflows the way that you want them to look, feel, and process. So please give us a call or an email. You can email us at sales@pix.com if you're interested in learning more about this new version and how you could deploy it at your company. Thank you.